Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the greatest podcast ever. You already know, So Elaborate. Your host with the most, man Drizzle. Of course,
your boy Double D.
Yes, we back in the place. Man, it's good to see y'all. Hope everybody's been fine, blessed. You know, everybody's going through something 2024, but hey, keep pushing, believe, receive, keep the faith. He got you. You got to make sure you make the right decisions to make everything fall the way it need to fall. So when you go through the storms, something that was just coming from church today, when you're going through the storms, you regulate what happens at the end. You know, kind of like the new movie Twister's about to come out. Mm-hmm. You regulate, the storm you can't control. But what happens in the end, whether it be blessings or curses at the end, you decide that.
You can't see the path when you're in the eye of the storm. But when you spinning around. But one thing I like to say, especially when I went through my own situation, learn your lesson and accept your blessing. Learn your lesson, accept your blessing. If you don't learn your lesson, you're not going to accept that blessing, and you're going to make the same mistake anyway.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity.
Yeah. Keep doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's going in one of my next raps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Go
that.
ahead. Go ahead.
You rhyming on time.
Hey. I'll be coming with it.
How you been, man?
Hey, I've been chilling, man. How you feeling, brother?
Man, you already know. Extravagant.
Yeah,
always, man. Magnificent, bro.
Hey, that's
magnificent.
Hey, another day above ground. Hey, beautiful day.
We here.
Yes.
We here.
Yes.
But shoot, we already rhyming on time. We might as well go into the topics. Let's start off something everybody's been talking about. I got a little bit of a different view being an artist. I'm going to get your insights. What do you think about the Kendrick and Drake beef?
Man, from a fan standpoint, it's definitely entertaining. Definitely entertaining. I mean, hands down, of course, Kendrick washed them. I mean, like, when you got a diss song that they play in the club, I mean, they didn't even play Hit 'Em Up in the club. And to me, that's one of the top tier, ultimate diss songs of ever.
They play it now, but back then...
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, they didn't.
No, they didn't. Not at all.
And you think about some of the greatest... Ice Cube, No Vaseline, when he snapped on NWA.
He went in on each one of them.
He took turns. He did his homework. You. Mm-hmm. And then the label.
Yeah.
Which is funny because Jerry had nothing to say until he said something about, he's talking about the Jews. Mm-hmm. No, he's talking about the dirty business y'all doing. Mm-hmm. This man basically made Jerry writing Eazy-E lyrics. Pay the man.
Yeah. I mean, if he did the work, pay him the money. He earned that.
Right.
So, No Vaseline. What's another one sticks out in my mind? I remember Eminem dissed, who was it? Yeah, he did. He dissed Limp Bizkit back in the day on the song Girls.
I forgot
he had a line in there, keep rolling. Yo, that shit was fire.
It really was. and that's one of my tracks. I really started liking that song when I was watching wrestling back then. Mm-hmm. Undertaker, when he came back on the bike, he had the hall.
During the Attitude Era.
Yeah. So this is something that's been going on for a while. You take it back a little further. MC Shan, KRS-One. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Yeah. So you go up to now, some of the hardest fallouts, the real Roxanne versus Roxanne Shante. Now you've had what's her name? Bia versus Cardi B, which is some real stuff.
Yeah, that's still progressing too. Yeah. And I like both of them, so I don't even know. Like, I wish y'all weren't beefing. I like both of y'all. I'm just saying.
Really? I want to come in and be put my peer support specialists together. Yeah. Let's get together and let's clear this up.
Exactly.
Cardi,
come together.
Bia.
Yeah.
Let me stop.
Y'all should not be fighting. What else is some good diss songs? What else?
There's so many.
When Eazy-E with Snoop, that Dre Day. As soon as that beat come out, that Compton. As soon as you hear that that shit is classic.
And then that dum. When Dre sampled Funkadelic and they went in on Easy, him and Snoop. Here's his mama joke about your mama that you might not like.
Oh, yeah.
I heard she was a Frisco dyke.
What song was that? I remember that line. Was that, shit, it's been a minute.
I can't think of the name of it.
I can't either, but I do remember that, though. I think that was Doggy Style.
Yeah.
That was the Doggy Style or Chronic.
No, it was on the Chronic.
Was it? Okay, I knew it was one of them two albums because they weren't that far,
Yeah,
apart.
I think it was the second track on the original Chronic album.
Mm-hmm.
And man, that there was some serious beefs.
Yeah.
But getting back to Kendrick and Drake. Well, what do you think would be the outcome at this point? Like, should Drake just hang it up and leave that alone and get back to doing the Drake music, or in your shoes, like what do you think will happen at the next point?
At this point, because this song is so popular, I mean, Drake done made his responses, but I mean, Kendrick done went so hard at him that, I mean, he didn't literally pick them apart. Yeah. And one thing that I think that was very smart and strategic that Kendrick did was that when he touched, like, okay, he had different lines where he was talking about, you breaking down the Atlanta concept. Right. Where talking about, you want the future in the club.
Real life stuff.
2 Chainz, say you good, but you lied, Right. So he started breaking down everybody in Atlanta that he went to. So now, exactly, that's another one. And so now you can't even make a song with those people to come after him. So now you got to actually, if you're going to beef with him, you got to come at him directly.
He Tupac Eminem'd him.
Yeah, he did.
He came in at everything that you would try to shoot at me and addressed it. And then came back and everybody that you would try to come at me with addressed that too. And I got another insight on this whole beef.
What's that?
People always look at the people going at it. Like, you can't come back from 2, 3, 4 songs. Kendrick is just shooting. It's like he just wakes up and says, got another one. Bow, bow, bow.
And I'm glad you pointed that out. This is the first time in my life that I could think about seeing 2 artists going at it. And I mean, Kendrick, his songs was coming out so quick. No bullshit. I couldn't even listen to They Not Like Us because I hadn't even heard the other stuff. I'm like, man, you got another one? Yeah. Family Matters.
Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Because, they got a serious beef going on. Like, Metro was like, look, I can't even tell y'all. Drake knows our serious beef. We can't put it out there because it's a serious beef.
Yeah,
it's like, but when Metro Boomin got with him, and then, man, Kendrick dropped that, yada, 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 the big 3. No, it's just big me. Boom!
Yeah. So, and then he broke it down. I think that line he had, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Yo, that shit was hard. Yeah. The best word was a light pack. Prince outlived Mike Jack. Like, oh.
I was just like, oh.
I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, because you're trying to say I'm the best. I got the charts. But, okay. But you died. Prince was still pushing. So he basically, in essence, said, it's over for you.
Yeah.
I'm here. And then, I don't know if you've seen on there, I said, it was yesterday, I just saw it on YouTube. Kendrick banned, he literally had the power to ban Drake. Like, nobody wants Drake in Cali.
Yeah.
Period. Like, head decapitated from your shoulders if you come from Cali, to Cali. I've never seen nothing like that.
Nah.
Were you completely banned?
Not in this day and era. I mean, I guess post 2000. Nah, I can't think of nothing even remotely close to it. So
it's just like, man, it's bad because you hate to see 2 artists, our people. When I say our people, hip hop, rap, going at it like that, and it's something that's happened all the time. I mean, it's part of the business. You have differences, but there's so many people shooting at Drake. If you remember,
from all sides,
right,
front, side,
you
back.
forget about his situation with him and Rick Ross.
You know what? Honestly, the Kendrick stuff was so thorough. I forgot that he even had a beef with him until that shit in Canada popped off, and a little bit before that.
Right.
So I mean, it's just like you getting attacked from all fronts.
Right.
So I mean,
and then people from Canada, like why can I think of this singer's name right now? That's crazy. But dude was like, I don't do with Drake no more because he's a vampire. He uses you up and then spits you out. And he goes on to the next. And that's what Kendrick was pointing at.
So he broke down everybody.
The video came out about him and Lil Wayne. Right. Collaborating and shootout. And the whole thing came out about how he did Lil Wayne while he was locked up. And I never seen the vid until this morning, actually. And Lil Wayne was breaking it down like, it doesn't matter if it's your girlfriend. You seen it?
I think I saw
or
that
it's
one
your side piece, or your side piece, your side piece. When you locked up, and this is true, speaking from experience, everybody's your main. You need and you reach out to, and you appreciate everybody who has your back then.
That's willing to reach out to you.
So for Drake, out of all the women in the world that you can go to, you decide the man that put you on and made you who you was, you gonna hit his chick. I mean, that was a lot of disrespect, and that's what Kendrick was spitting on.
The clip I saw, it was another one, and Wayne was being interviewed by somebody. He touched on it, and like he didn't really get too deep with it, but like if you pay attention to just what he was saying as well as his body language, he felt some type of way about that shit.
Of course.
And I remember too, he said he was like, oh, he was cool, downplaying it, but he said the girl kept texting him.
Right.
And he was like, that shit hurt or something. And I was like, I felt for dude, because I'm like, you in a situation, you down bad.
Yeah.
You think that she really riding with you.
Right.
And you think this your partner. And, and then this shit happened.
You start getting texts and pics.
Exactly.
And you got Drake on there like.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? God.
And me, I'm the type of person, like, if I think that you were to do that, if you supposed to be my friend, I'm not rocking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Like that, that's just me, but I mean, I know a lot of people, they friends or they homegirls mess with they boyfriends, girlfriends, whoever. Like, if you really down with me, you're not finna mess with a chick that I'm messing with.
Right.
Or if you really my homie, then we need to have a convo about it first.
Right.
And hash that shit out so everything is everything. So I mean, but I the new crew, the new school age kids that's coming up, everything's different.
Everybody.
So
and it's a thing of loyalty and respect.
Definitely.
Like if it's somebody you just banging, okay, cool. But if I know that's your main chick, or I know that's somebody in the cut that y'all like that, no, I'm not hitting them.
Yeah.
And if she come at me, I'm gonna tell you, hey, bro, get your chick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, then what won't you do?
Exactly. And I mean, like, for the way I look at it, I say it all the time. They don't make niggas like me no more. Like I'm not trying to. Yeah, exactly. If I say I'm your friend, I'm not trying to smash your girl, your wife, none of that shit on the low. I do feel like if you call yourself my friend and you do that shit, then you show. Even you don't have to do it, just the attempt of trying to talk to my girl, my wife, whatever. Then that shows where your loyalty really is.
You fugazi.
Oh yeah, definitely. $3 bill. And I say it all the time. I can pay for pussy. I can't pay for loyalty.
No.
Bro.
Man, say it. Hey, look. When we at the poetry session, man, run that. Rewind. Say that one more time.
2 snaps, yeah. Nah, I can pay for pussy. I can't buy loyalty. Certain things in this life, money can't buy. Can't buy your respect, can't buy you trust, can't buy you loyalty.
Yeah.
Though all those things come with time.
Ooh, I just had a flashback, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just had a Ralph Tresvant flashback.
What you got, brother? What you got?
It was the Mo Money movie soundtrack, Damon Wayans. But he made that song, Money Can't Buy You Love, Can't Buy You Diamond Rings, but money can't buy you love, can't buy you love. Money cannot buy you loyalty.
No, it can't.
It cannot buy you real devotion.
It can't.
It's impossible.
And integrity, that's something I think a lot of people don't have. Loyalty, integrity, all that's intertwined. So, I mean, me personally, I'm sure, Wayne and Drake are cool, but if I was in Lil Wayne's shoes, I brought you in the game, didn't nobody know your name until I gave you the cosign. Same thing with Nicki, which both of all them are dope. But, like, if I was him, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, okay, I fuck with you, I rock with you. But in my mind, I'm going to have to stiff on you. I'm going to have to hit you with the Heisman.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get some distance between us because you showed that when you crossed that line in the sand. You showed that, as a man that, you can't be trusted, and if I'm not around, you gonna clown.
Right.
So it's just like, I can't deal with them bozos. So,
and that's how it is, the saying, what do you do when nobody's around?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not what you do when we together, because I can see all that. I'm for all that. I can peep all that. I can address all that. But when I'm not around, and you around my people, or I'm not around, and I come up and people are like, yeah, what you think about Drizzle? And right. You know what I mean? I'm paying attention to how you react and how you do me when I'm not around.
Exactly.
If people start bringing that up, then I got to at least investigate and see what's happening.
Yeah.
But if I can't trust you, man, for as far as I can see you, then I don't need you.
Exactly. I 110% agree with that. I mean, if I was in Lil Wayne's shoes, I would look at Drake like he a snake. Personally,
I mean,
by
definition,
if you truly my friend, no excuses. And then I hate that blame it on the liquor bullshit. Cut that shit out.
Cut out.
Like, because alcohol ain't nothing but a truth serum.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gives you the cojones, as they say, to say what it is, what's really on your mind, and how you really feeling, no filter.
Yes, sir.
You know, so when you give somebody be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was drunk. No, motherfucker, that's how you really was feeling.
Yeah.
You just ain't had the audacity or the balls to say it to me when you were sober.
Right.
So, yeah.
Drugs, liquor, money is the root of all evil. No, you were evil in your heart before you got the money.
Yeah, all it did was just
Money
bring
just
out
enhanced it and
the
brought out who
asshole
really
you
was.
truly always were in you know, deep down.
Right.
You know.
You never had a heart. It's black. It's cold. Yeah.
Icebox.
That's another song.
Yeah, it is.
So let's let's shoot on, because you know we could spend a whole podcast talking about this.
Last thing I want to say, and then we can move to the next thing.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, man.
J. Cole was so motherfucking smart. Bruh. Like, J. Cole was so fucking smart for backing out. Like, I mean, here we are. It's July 14th. We in the middle of the summer. And, I mean, okay, what it kicked off, was that April?
Around April-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
When it really started hitting.
Yeah. And I remember everybody, like, on the YouTube was just roasting, filleting Drake. Oh, why you do that? You know, but I mean, you got to respect the fact that this man spoke from his heart, and he was like, you know what? Fuck all the bullshit. Fuck what everybody else talking about. This person is truly my friend.
Yeah.
I truly fuck with you. I rock with you on a personal level.
Right.
I made that song out of whatever reason I felt like I had to. I had to do some get back. But just in my spirit, in my soul, it didn't sit right with me. So I gotta say
That's
something.
a real nigga.
Yeah,
J. Cole was like, look, you tried me, boom, boom. Don't disrespect me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dreamville Captain, don't do that. Bam, I shot back. Now, let's be men about this. Let's be civil. You sitting on your platform, you sitting on your platform, you sitting on your platform. This is what I'm going to do with mine. I'm going to tell my people, look, if it ain't a definite, sure enough, look, we got to then kill each other, duel, I'm done with it. I've been there. I've had these beefs. I've been in the backgrounds. Y'all don't know what I've been through with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? There's a internal discussion there as to why he departed. Dude, they have dealings, but you notice he departed and went on with his own. Same thing with Kanye. That's a whole other story.
I thought he was still under him.
Yeah, they still have dealings,
but they don't really, you know, they don't really rock together so much.
According to what's been put out. You know, I wasn't there. I ain't been to meetings with him, so I can't say per se. I can only say about what's been put out in the media.
Yeah, I know with J. Cole, as far as he's concerned, and I told you this off camera, I felt like, as a fan, and I love J. Cole, like, as soon as I heard the first warm-up, Dollar in the Dream, that's my shit. One of my favorite songs from him. I got a dollar in the dream, real niggas on my team, everything ain't what it seems. That shit hard.
Right.
If you don't know that, look that shit up. Hard as fuck. If you down on your luck, you can relate to that shit. Niggas feel that shit. But anyway, I say all that to say, as a fan, I was a little disappointed when he first said that, because I was like, damn, why don't you just ride that shit out to the summer? You know, so like August, September, come around Labor Day, if you want to, you know, okay, all right, we not going to beef, whatever. Okay, cool. But then when you saw the arsenal that Kendrick unloaded on Drake, you like, you know what?
I'm not doing this.
You know what? Jermaine was smart for, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to know, you know, so.
Because let's just be honest. He knows both of them. They're doing the big three. So they know each other's arsenal. They know each other's backgrounds. They know what's really going on behind the scenes.
That part.
And you know, you got to look at your lineup. I got all these people with me. And they're looking to me to make sure everything keeps flowing well. Because regardless of me making sure they're eating now and they're doing it on their own, I'm still the boss.
Yeah.
You know, you got the lady that runs Dreamville, but right there, who put it together? Jake.
Yeah.
So he's looking at it like, what we got coming out next? What's coming up for our future? If we're caught up in this, what's gonna happen if me and Kendrick are going at it the same way Drake and Kendrick going at it?
Exactly. We don't want to let that mess up the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
And then there's a whole nother side. Oh, because I know we said we were going to get out of this real quick. People not looking at who's pulling the strings behind this. Kendrick's getting it. Drake's getting it. But the labels are getting it. And as long as they are beefing and in turmoil, they're making money.
Yeah.
Every time, and y'all do your science on this. Go look up all the hard beefs. King Von, everybody who's been murdered and slaughtered. Jam Master Jay. Look at what happened and then look at the label and say, did they get paid? Did their family get paid? What did the label make?
The label is always gonna eat. I mean, if you look back even at Tupac's situation, like, I mean, the label was paid and family members ain't getting nothing.
Right.
I mean, you got movies coming out, family members ain't getting no money off of that, but you know, the label heads, they still eating off of it.
Right.
Off of your name, image, and likeness, all that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, let's since we're in the summertime, we might as well go ahead and just talk about these summertime vibes. my man just getting back from Charleston.
Yes.
So yeah, man, tell me about your vacay.
I look, y'all. I just got back from Charleston today. I literally, like, I mean, what is it? Going on 6 o'clock. I was just on the highway like maybe 3 hours ago, coming back to town. So like I haven't even unpacked yet. So I'm still. If you look at me, I'm still in vacation mode. You know, shades on, fresh forces. You know, make it do what it do.
Straight into the podcast for y'all.
Exactly. So I had to touch down and go ahead and do this. But yeah, I came from Charleston. I've been there. I was there the whole week. I got there Monday night. I just left Sunday morning. Beautiful town, beautiful city, Charleston, South Carolina. I love y'all. I'm rocking with y'all, and that's gonna be like my new vacation spot. Like, it was a lot of good places out there. Good food. It's and you know what, I like the locals out there was real cool. Black and white. Everybody was real cool, welcoming. Like, the people I talked to, and I just let them know, like, hey, I'm not from here. What are some of the places I should go to? Where should I check out to eat? I mean, everybody was showing love.
The mental and vibes real smooth.
Yeah. So I'm definitely planning on going out there again. Got to give a shout out to AC's Bar and Grill out there. They was real cool.
AC's.
AC's. If you in Charleston, South Carolina, and you trying to find somewhere to go eat at and everything closed, check them out. Another spot I went to, Silver Dollar. I was trying to get in, but they was harassing me on the door. So you know how they do when we come in. So they, ladies, y'all can just walk in just with just a G-string on, and you good.
No problem.
Yeah, with us, we gotta be like, all right, let me pat you down. All right, lift your shirt up. So they was giving me a hard time, so I couldn't get in there, but it looked like it was popping there. And just I was walking around on Meeting Street, King Street, just enjoying the scenes. A lot of beautiful women.
Beautiful.
Yes, I saw some beautiful chocolate girls in Charleston, man.
Beautiful.
Hey,
beautiful.
all the above, brother. So hey, where my chocolate girls at? I rock with y'all. I fuck with y'all heavily.
Love y'all.
So yes, definitely. But yeah, Charleston, South Carolina. I got so much love for y'all. I'm coming back. Right. I don't know when, but I just left today, and I'm already thinking about when I'm gonna go back.
Right.
I went to Folly Beach, and walked around for a little bit.
I've never been there. How was it?
It was nice, man. It was great. You know what? It rains a lot there though, or at least it rained when I was there a whole lot. So, and I remember even talking to one of the locals when I was checking out the hotel. I'm like, does it normally rain like this in Charleston? Like, it rained almost every day I was there, if not every other day.
Well, we did have them hurricanes and whatnot.
And it might be getting something off of that too, possibly.
Yeah.
But I mean, one thing I say about Charleston, South Carolina is that when the rain come in, it comes in heavy. Like, when I say heavy, I'm talking about you looking outside and you see the wind, you see the water ripples on the ground. Yeah, it was one of them type of joints. Yeah. So, and I went through that on my way to the beach. I was thinking about turning around, but I steered the course and I went ahead, and I mean, thankfully it passed. Yeah. And it worked out for me because I remember being on my phone checking Google, see what the temperature was. It said 81. And I'm like, it's a cool ass 81 right now. It's kind of breezy. Yeah. Plus when you're near the water, it's just a little bit cooler. So, and my plan today, as I was leaving, checking out the hotel, I was gonna go back to the beach, but it was so damn hot and humid today. I'm like, I couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what? I didn't realize how good dealing with that storm and riding the course, seeing the course through that, and making it to the actual beach, how much of a difference it makes with that heat. Right. The heat and the humidity, like the rain will cool everything out. Yeah. So yeah, but I just want to, I just had to, shine some light on Charleston, South Carolina. Like, that's, a great place. Well,
it looks like, man, yeah, because I've been so in tune dealing with the workers' comp situation and then putting together, the podcast and entertainment and just getting everything rolling. LLC. Yeah, I really ain't took the time to vacate. Yeah. It just came up the other day. We was talking with a chick. She was like, got a pool party going to, and I was like, wow, I have not been to one pool or beach yet, and that's irregular for me. Yeah. I was like, man, that's me. I usually been to 2 or 3 at this point, at least some parties or something. So sound like we're gonna be checking out South
Put
Charleston.
That on the to-do list.
Yes. Matter of fact, I guess we're gonna do our own location. So Charleston, other places. hit us up, you know what I'm saying, on the YouTube. Check in with us. You want us to come out podcast, I ain't got no problem with it. D ain't got no problem with it. We coming.
Only complaint I got about Charleston is not even a complaint. It's just like, Dad, really? Why y'all close so early? Everything closed early. Like, y'all casino don't stay open late. Just the whole city shut down. Not at all. It's like 10:30 on a weekday. The casino already closed.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Ain't Charleston a resort? Ain't it's a resort?
Well, I mean,
city?
it's a city.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a lot of stuff that was closed down. But also too, I mean, ever since the pandemic, you got a lot of cities that places had to change their hours. So
right.
places
and they never changed back.
Exactly. And so when I was talking to one of the locals, and she was telling me that that's basically what the city turned into. So maybe prior, pandemic, that maybe it was more popping on the nightlife as far as on the late night. That's what I mean.
Right.
So I'm the type person, like, I could mess around, be chilling in the hotel room the whole day, and then hop in the shower for an hour. I'm trying to go out on the late night and get popping.
Yeah.
But everything closed pretty late, so
so it closed up early in Charleston. Yikes.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that.
So that was the only issue I had. I'm like, damn, y'all closed up already. But I mean, the nightlife be popping on the weekend though. Friday, Saturday nights, Meeting Street, King Street. That's where you want to be at, and just go from there.
Right.
But great place, a lot of love out there. Lot of love for you guys, and definitely coming back in due time, for sure.
Y'all heard straight from Double D.
Yes, sir.
We will be coming next time.
Yes.
We'll be back. But yeah, we coming. So, man, let's get on this topic right quick. We were discussing before we clicked into the podcast with y'all, whether it's personal, relationship, whether it's business, knowing when to walk away.
That's a big one. A lot of folks, we stay in too long, whatever excuses we making for them. Oh, he gonna change, she gonna change, or maybe it was me, maybe it was my fault, whatever. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta know what they say, know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta know, just fuck it, I'm gonna just call. I'm gonna leave it all on the table, walk away.
Yeah.
Because sometimes even though it might look initially as a loss, in the end you're still gaining more because you're keeping your sanity.
Amen.
You keeping your mental integrity together, and that person's not taking, like you said, with the energy drain. They're not draining that energy from you. Yeah. Because some people, that's what they are. Or what they become.
Inner peace is worth more than anything else.
It's priceless.
And what brought me to this topic, because when we started kicking it, last night I started watching Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I haven't seen that. That look good though.
Man, knowing when to walk away. There is a problem that I notice a lot with us. We don't know when to fall back and walk away. We get so involved in, if somebody's, first of all, the way the movie started out, I'm going to give a little snippet. They start out at the funeral, and Megan Good, she's there with her man, her husband, been husband for years, gave her life, time, everything to him. It's not that he's in the wrong, because his style and what he was doing, this man don't know no better. He came up messed up.
Okay.
He's not trying to change. That's when you got to say to yourself, okay, now what am I going to do? You stayed in it so long, you lost yourself. And I've been there. Yeah. So I know where she was with it. Everybody around her was saying, baby, this ain't good for you. He doing this, doing that.
They seeing that change in you.
Right.
Everybody
He's beating you down physically, mentally, emotionally. He's mistreating you. Meanwhile, you got Joe Blow and Eddie Spaghetti over here. They want to treat you like a woman's supposed to be treated.
But you don't want them.
But you don't want them.
Yeah.
You want the dude that's messed up. And that's another point. Let's just go ahead and get to this point right now. You choosing, so don't put it on everybody else. When you want somebody good, but whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, you keep going out to Club 704 or wherever you're going, and every weekend you out there with people who are out there to mingle. They're out there to get them a sneaky link. They're out there to party and blow backs out and go on about their business. So you trying to find a relationship. That was you. And the first thing you do is, oh God, these guys ain't nothing. Oh, these dirty butt chicks. No, you fell in love with a harlot, a hoe. No, you didn't choose a good man. You chose a man who is wide open. You know he wide open. But you said, I can change him, I'm going to do right. But why you didn't get with a man who's trying to do right and trying to be done right?
That's another thing, too. You can't find no love in the club. Ain't no love in the club, ain't no love in these streets. Neither one. You know, you might find you a good time in the club.
All the time.
That's about it.
Yeah.
You know? But, you ain't going to find love in the club. So, I just got to throw that out there because, you got to think about where it is that you or even possibly meeting people. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I think that we all go through as we get older, especially when you get out of school. Right. When you're no longer in high school and, you kind of get used to just seeing folks and it just seems easy to, bump into people or find somebody. Mm-hmm. So, that is one thing that, I think that a lot of us probably do struggle with, men and women, mm-hmm. as far as, finding where the fuck do you even go to meet anybody? You know, so it's 2024 and beyond, so, we all online. So it's mm-hmm. easy to, to be online and to at least try to find somebody. Right. But I think one frustrating thing I have just as a man as far as dating is concerned is that women don't want to look good in person. They only want they care about how they look online more so over than in real life. That's wild. Because I can tell you about a couple I know right now mm-hmm. that you want a man. I'm gonna regress back to one of my reels I did a couple years ago. I sampled Kevin Hart talking, and he's like, you want a man to be solid, but your nails are fake. Mm. Your toenails are fake. Mm-hmm. Your booty's fake. Your hair is fake. You want him to be real.
Your eyelashes are fake, but you want him to be real. Why? Yeah. Why should he be real? Yeah. You're not. And then it's all right, you know what I'm saying? I know beautiful women, they get dressed up. I love it. Please believe me. I love you putting on the makeup, taking your time.
I love the high heels.
Putting on my body butters and body oils. Yes, y'all can get them still. I love a woman to dress up, yes. But I love a woman who naturally is fine. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to do all that. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. I like, hey, you fine, you got yourself together, you got some booty stretch marks where that thing's widening. It's natural. I love that.
It look better natural. Yeah. Like, me personally, I know it's a lot of women doing the whole BBL thing, and I even got homegirls that they would be cool with doing it, and like, you got people going over to other countries, Mexico and stuff, mm-hmm. doing this stuff, trying to get it cheaper on the low, right. And then some of them don't make it back, or they come back to the States and end up passing from it. Mm-hmm. And like, when I hear these stories, or I see the picture of the woman, I think to myself, like, damn, she was beautiful. Right. Like, why, I wish I knew you prior to you doing this so I could talk to you, so you don't, plastic surgery and mess yourself up. Mm-hmm. So like, just it's wild to me. Like, it's not worth it. Right. But to a lot of other people, they feel like it is. And
let me tap in on that. You have people that I've paid attention to. They have psychological. Going back to what we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. They've fallen out. They've had issues. They've dated the wrong people, so mentally they're disturbed. Mm-hmm. And then they think, well, I got to do this because this is what they want out there. So let me go get all this plastic surgery. Mm-hmm. And that's not what real men want.
No, not at all.
And then you'll find out once you do all that and say, why you don't want me? Yeah. It's like, well, you're good for a beach, you're good for a date, but all this plastic, I'm not with it.
Exactly, yeah. And really, as you're talking about the plastic, I don't know what made this pop in my head. The nails. Come on, y'all. The nails, like, that shit be irking me, honestly. Like, when I see nails and they like this long, you know what I kind of think with some of those? and I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm dead ass serious. When I see your fingernails and they this fucking long, how do you wipe your ass? Seriously. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That's what Double D do here. How do you wipe your ass and your nails are that fucking long? I really want to know. Like, not even trying to be funny. I'm seriously. Because I really, like, I hate that shit. Oh, and it's like,
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Like I hate that shit, and it's like, honestly, like, black women are my first choice. Have always been, because that's who I was around. So it's like, I rock with y'all, I'm feeling y'all, but some of y'all, I see that with the long fingernails, and I'm just like, it's 24, you got the right to express yourself how you want to, but I got the right to be attracted to what I'm attracted to. Right. And me personally, I don't like the long nails. When I used to see that shit, that's what I would see the strippers have. Or the call girls have. Right. The bitches that got it for sale that's selling pussy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they would have. So I see that, and then
so why are y'all emulating that? Is what you're really saying.
Exactly.
You want a man to look at you for you, but when I see you and you're out and you got the skirt that looks like your little sister's skirt up here, all your cheeks out, clapping. Of course I'm gonna look.
I got eyes if I
I'm
wouldn't. You know what you had on when you walked out the door?
But that's where the gray area comes, because you say to me, don't judge me. But everybody I know like that, and you're out there like, we're not talking about at the beach. We ain't talking about at the pool. You're in Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ass cheeks clapping.
Club Walmart.
Right. Club Walmart.
Yeah, because it be popping.
and then, you know, I've had chicks like, honestly, we're just having this conversation. She's like, what makes you think that I want to date you and you're running around here with cootie cutter boy shorts on? Like these stuff is being implemented and people are really not paying attention to where it's coming from, who's implementing it.
Yeah.
You're walking around with your man bag now. All this stuff came from prison.
Yeah.
All this stuff came
the
from
sagging. Yeah, let's
the
talk
gay
about it.
area.
Yeah.
All this stuff came from homosexual men.
Yeah.
So when you wearing this and you got on shorts so tight, I know your balls can't breathe.
I don't understand that. I mean, you know, each generation, you know, I mean, I'll be 39 in February. You know, my generation, it was the whole sagging with the baggy clothes. Yeah. You know, but now the new generation, you sagging with the tight clothes. I don't really get that, you know.
How you sagging these tight clothes?
How you gonna run when you in a situation?
Right. I was watching Cops, about a year ago? Mom couldn't run.
Hey, I bet he couldn't.
And the cops said, well, when they got him and put him in the car, they were like, man, well, thank you for wearing them saggy pants.
They laughing at your stupid ass.
Right.
Yeah.
You running like this. Trying to run. They got the gun and dope and trying to get away. You can't.
That's another thing. Everything's so tight. How you gonna get the strap out? I mean, that's probably why they have it in the little knapsack.
You like this?
Yeah, that's probably why some of them got it in the knapsack or whatever your little fanny pack bag you want to call it.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, you know what I'm saying? Don't take if it struck a nerve. You know, it is what it is.
Hey, it's an honest space.
We speak the truth here.
Yeah.
And we definitely want comments. So hit back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Talk about this. You know, we'll definitely we'll do some forums sometimes where we'll have everybody hit in and we'll just open it up and we'll shoot back and forth.
Yeah.
What you think and what we think, how you see it, how we see it, and go from there.
I like that idea.
But you know, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say another thing that you know, I'm sure somebody gonna be mad about something, but you know, hey, you know, tough titties. But tough titties.
Sensitive 2024.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that kind of irks me though, even though I'm attracted to black women and I prefer them dark skinned, I hate the bonnets. I can't stand that shit.
That's what I was getting back to.
Yeah, okay.
You want to be so fine on social media and Facebook for the world to see and fly me out, bae, and all that. But then I see you in person. I didn't even know who you was till I heard your voice and said, Facebook. You got on your pajamas. You in the shirt, look like it's about 4 years old, holy, holes in it, t-shirt.
Looking like the bag lady.
Looking like bag lady.
Yeah.
With your bonnet on.
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
And then you look at the picture and you look at them and you say, and I know the first thing is justification. That's fine. Justify it, but let's be real about it. If you're going to do this for people you don't know on Facebook, then how you going to complain in your city when you can't get nobody to holler at you and things ain't going right because you putting all the time and energy into fake, into reality TV. Put it into reality. You want a good man? Show it. You want a good woman? Prove it.
Be who you want to attract. You know, so I mean, if you want a good person in your life, are you even a good person yourself?
Ooh.
I'm just saying, you know.
Another rewind. One more time. Hit it.
Be who you want to attract. You know, if you want a good person in your life, be that. Are you that yourself?
Right.
You know, if you wanna be a boss, then you have to, you know, play the part.
Yeah.
You know, life is a movie. Play the part. You know.
I'm bad. I'm that chick. What you bringing to the table? What's on your table? And vice versa. I don't know what you're upset about if you're dating a dude that's broke. You knew he was broke when you started getting with him. You knew he was broke when you started letting him hit. You knew that then. And you complaining now because your bills is behind. You done lost your car, eating TV dinners, and this dude done bounce to the next, sponsor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is too.
Homeboy, you started dating the chick 3 minutes into y'all's conversation, she said, "You want my Cash App?" You knew what you was dating.
Yeah.
When you fell in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
Cash App sponsor.
You knew that all she had was Pam. Pussy, mouth, ass.
That's
or pussy, ass, mouth, yeah.
That's right. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
She was bringing nothing to the table.
Mm-hmm.
She had no career. She didn't even have a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with him. He didn't have a place. The boy, this dude, 40, 30, I don't care, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. If you're looking for a king, then you can't get a joker or a peasant.
Mm.
If you're looking for a queen, you can't get the maids help.
Mm-hmm.
So you set yourself up for failure. It's the same principles in business. You're not going to go to a business and not be prepared. You're not going to go to your interview and not be ready and ready to shoot back and forth and ask questions when they get done. Do you have any questions? Yeah. What's my pay? When is my pay? How many times do we get paid a month? How can I move forward in this business? Do you have room for me to move forward in this business?
Yeah. And those are legitimate questions.
Right.
You should be asking, you should be thinking those thoughts as well as asking something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, otherwise if you don't ask nothing, be like, oh, okay, well, here you go. And then, you know, having far down the line, you're like, well,
Right.
why my money funny? Or why
Right.
this, why that?
Right.
Well, we got to discuss that out the gate.
Right.
You know.
You know, there's nothing. I can't have an intelligent adult conversation with this cat. But you knew that already because you've been messing with him or her already.
Mm-hmm.
So you invest, and they're not investing in you. If it's like this, like I said, I'm a Libra. If it's like this, if I'm doing too much, gotta go.
Lopsided.
If you doing too much, gotta go. It should be level.
A balance, a yin to the yang.
So there you go.
Exactly.
Yin to the yang.
Yes,
So when you say, what am I bringing to the table? It should be, this is what I bring. And then it should be, okay, this is what you bring. Put it together. Now let's blow up and make it happen. Power couple.
I need more than Pam, and I need more than just you saying you the table.
Right.
Just saying.
Right. And vice versa, you know, to the men and to the women. Because you just said that. They need more than summer sausage.
True.
So to speak.
Yeah.
You know, they need more than oral and physical stimulation. They need mental stimulation. They need emotional. They need to know if this is mine, this is mine.
Mm-hmm.
Not this is mine, going back to talking about earlier, as long as I can see you, this is mine.
Mm-hmm.
No. What you doing outside of where I'm not around, that's what I'm calculating. No, I need to know I can depend on you and you got my back and I got yours when you are and when you ain't around.
Mm-hmm. You know what, too? You saying that, they made me think about something. I don't know where I came across this about, and I don't know how I feel about it personally, but I think it's a good segue. Location sharing. Like, location sharing with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your spouse. To me, I don't know. I think it's a little weird, but at the same time, though, I mean, I know times have changed and things are different. I personally don't like it. Because I feel like if you with me, then why do you need to see? Oh, okay, he over here. Like, okay, tell y'all a story. Okay,
That's
so
an issue.
That's an issue.
That's a mental or emotional
Yeah.
issue from the past of people that they've been with before.
Exactly. And I remember when I was with my ex-wife, we were together 15 years total. I remember she went in my phone and we had a conversation about it, and I kind of felt a little, I don't know, it just seemed kind of weird. I felt uncomfortable about it. And I remember her going in my phone and linking the phones up. And so, I mean, now mind you, I was married at the time. This is my wife and my husband. So it's like, even though I told you I didn't want to do the location sharing, now mind you, y'all, I'm just literally going to work and going home. I ain't doing shit else, you know, not even really even mixing and mingling like that because the job 9 to 5, the grind. But, you know, when I noticed that she synced it up, a part of me wanted to unsync it, but I was like, well, okay, now I feel like my hands is tied because, okay, now it look like I'm hiding something.
No,
you know?
I left it synced up and be like, now I'm finna see what you got going
Yeah,
on. Where you at?
So of course.
Why do you feel the need to have to sync after we had this conversation?
Yeah.
I told you how uncomfortable it makes me.
Exactly, and then you go on my phone, and while I'm asleep, matter of fact, you go on my phone
Total
and then do that.
violation.
Yeah. So, you know, but I felt like she was looking for something to be mad about anyway, or to spark off, you know, some friction or whatever.
Absolutely.
But and a lot of times, hey, you know, ladies, some of y'all do that. You know, I mean, some of y'all can be toxic, but at the same time, on the same token of that, some men are toxic too.
Very.
There are men that are toxic. So
Men are so
both
feminine
ways.
today, man.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm with you, women. I understand. I fall out with dudes all the time because they're too feminine.
Yeah.
You got to have a balance. Now, let us have our way where we get to be a man. They say a man ain't supposed to cry. But if you're going through things, you got emotions, you're a human being first. So we have emotions like anybody else. Give us a space. Don't tell us be a man and then not be there and say, oh, he a punk. You're he doing all this. Don't do that, because now you're not letting men be men. So it's just an even score.
Don't criminalize masculinity.
Right.
The thing that you're actually craving, attracted to. You know, don't act like that's a bad thing when deep down you know that you crave, want it, and love it.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I was about to say something else. I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about the situation with your wife and the link in the phones.
X. But
X. Excuse me.
X.
Excuse me. X.
Yes.
Let me clarify that.
X. I'm single like $1 bill out here, y'all. So, but yeah. So that just really, I hated the fact that she did that. But I mean, you know, I just rolled with it because I just felt like, you know, if I fight it now it looks bad on me.
Right.
But I feel like, you know, in when you dating and in relationships, and especially in marriage, like, you know, y'all gotta have communication.
Amen.
You gotta have communication and trust.
Your team.
And if them two things is out the window, so is your relationship.
Over.
Dunzo. Rapski. So I mean, but you know, as far as back to with the whole location sharing, I mean, I'm sure the younger generation, I'm sure that's just, you know, normal how they get down. It just seems weird to me. Like, why do I need to not? Oh, he's at the store now. Oh, he drove around the car. Why do I need to know your exact moment every time? That shit is weird. But to each his own. You know. So I mean, hey.
Tap in.
What you got?
Tag team, my turn.
Off the ropes. The
So,
elbow drop.
I see it as a problem, to be honest, because I feel like, speaking from past experiences that I've been through and people who I've been assisting, you know, that came out was like, man, I need to vent. And most of my situations, I always say men and women, because I've had conversations and situations I've been in where I've had to be there for men and women, friends that needed comfort and understanding. So I feel like if I got to put on a location, now, if I had been through some bad situations, or she say she's been through a rape recently or something, we start kicking, okay, I understand that. I want to be in tune to knowing you're safe and okay. But to just out the blue, I need your location. No, that's a trust issue.
Yeah, and that's what it was too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was just like,
I knew it.
Shit,
I knew it.
Yeah, I know what I was gonna say now. When you was talking about, you know, basically letting men be men, basically,
yes,
and you know, saying that, okay, well, you know, don't treat him this way. You know, oh, he a punk because he was crying.
Right.
Okay, public service announcement, fellas. I don't care if your mama died. You can't cry around your girl. Period. You can't let her see that. If you gotta go cry in your car, you can't let her see that. I'm just telling you. I mean, fuck all what they talking about. You know, oh well, no. Don't do that.
It just changes their
outlook. It does on a primal level. She can't help it that when she sees you do that, she turns into the Sahara Desert. She can't help it.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's certain things about men how we made, and certain things about women how they made. On a primal level, they can't help it. Right. You know, kind of like, you know, if they saw two guys fighting on a primal level, she gonna be turned on. You know, ain't nothing. I mean, you know, you're not knocking her for that.
Right.
You know, but
that
just on some primal shit.
Primal instinct.
Yeah.
It's an automatic turn. That's why people love UFC and boxing so much. Wrestling.
Yeah.
It does. It really does. It ignites that adrenaline in that level. You know.
Yeah. So I mean, and the reason I say that you can't ever let her see you cry is because she's looking at you to be her leader as well as her rock.
Right.
So if you are supposed to be her leader and you're supposed to be a rock is solid, a rock is heavy, a rock is unshakable, unbreakable. So if you show that you ain't a rock, you more like Mr. Glass, then it's like, oh man, I can't take this nigga nowhere. I can't do nothing with this nigga. His pussy tighter than mine. Like, you know, so I mean, right. So, you know, so you just, exactly. So you just, you know, just thinking out loud as we was talking about that, yeah, like fellas, you can't, like I say, eat no matter who it is. Now, even as I'm thinking about it, you know, God forbid something, you know, happen, like maybe your kid or something, and y'all have to go through that traumatic event. I mean, you still have to always be strong. So like,
now, you do got those very, very special women that once they see that just ignites them. They with you 100%. But these are the very special, mature, understanding, intellectual, spiritual women that we're talking about. They will understand such a situation and be there for their man 100%. For the most part, We got to be rocks.
And
that's what makes it so hard to be a real stand-up guy in 2024. Because there's so many that aren't.
Talk about it.
You know, they're fugazi, they're lame, the suckers, the backstabbers, the wimps. They're not real men. You know, when push comes to shove, they're trying to get shoved out the way.
Lawn chair niggas folding.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're not pushing through the whole thing. In the storm, they see the storm, they're not even going in the storm. No, the other side of the storm is the blessings and miracles. Look, exit, stage left, they're gone. Stage right, they're gone.
You got to triumph through that adversity. What they say, pressure on coal builds the diamonds.
That's right, man.
Yes. You know, apply that pressure and you see what you're really made of.
That's
and
right.
You see who you really are.
It builds character.
Definitely.
That's something I'm so thankful for my dad, Reverend Melvin Davis, that taught me that. He never would let me give up. You know what I'm saying? He taught me that. He said, hey, when I was young, him and my grandparents, same thing. Hey, you got something on your own 2 feet. I knew as a kid how to iron, wash, cook, clean, because he said, you know what? There are days when you're not going to have a woman. You're going to have to stand on your own 2 feet. And what makes you think that your woman wants to clean, cook, and all the time anyway when she's around?
True.
She deserves that. You may not do it all the time, but she deserves that to be done for her too.
Help her out a little bit.
And you don't know how to separate whites from darks. All your white shirts and everything come out pink.
I'll put the bleach on the colors?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Oh man. But closing this section up, man. What's the word that you want to give to people on this section here? Knowing when to let go, knowing when to walk away. What's your ending topic?
I mean, really for me, intuition over everything. And the reason I can't stress that enough is because I think we've all have been in situations, and maybe some of us still are, where it's like, you know, maybe you want to walk away from that person and, you know, for whatever reason you keep, you know, you just feel stuck to them, thinking y'all go together like peanut butter jelly, and it's really more like oil and vinegar. So it's like, you know, you gotta know,
you said something.
And you gotta know when, cause like we all know when we dealing with people and like bullshit happens and we making that excuse for them. You know, you gotta quit making excuses for the bullshit. And accept it for what it is. Accept them for who they are. You know, and I mean, even though you accept them for who they are, doesn't mean that they're the best person or a good person for you. And you might be better off just being solo by yourself on your own solo island. Yes. You know, that way so you can get that peace. And that's for both men and women.
Right. You
know, because like I say, I mean, yeah, there's toxic women out there, but it's also toxic men. So, you know, like women, you know, ladies out there, if you got a dude out there, you know this nigga ain't shit. And all he doing is just, you know, he dicking you down and bringing you down. If that's all he doing, then, you know, Phil go kick that nigga to the left too. Yeah. You know, so I mean, that's for everybody. It don't matter, you know, gender or race, you know, like moving forward, like peace and tranquility as well as just maintaining your mental happiness, your mental state. That's more important, you know, the most important, you know, your health is your wealth.
I got to kick in on that. Kicking you down, beating you down. And vice versa. I'm saying to men and women, whether you're straight, gay, if you're getting beat down emotionally, then you can't be who you need to be for yourself, for your children if you have them, for your business, for your 9 to 5, for your life, for what God put you here to be. If mentally and emotionally, physically, you're being beat down, then is the sex beat down worth it? No.
It never is.
And if you're not healed, don't jump into another relationship. Because believe me, the people can see, you know, the how you say, we're going to use the analogy of the cartoon, the good angel, bad angel. Let me tell you something. The good angels and the bad and the demons can see. They coming. And so if you just jump right in because you don't know how to be by yourself, you're going to be way worse off because you got to heal. You got to get time to yourself. You got to meditate. You got to get your spiritual back on point. You got to get back on your square. And if you jump from a bad one to a worse one to another one, you never get back there. And that's something that a lot of people suffer from today. I've done it. Everybody's done it. Let them go. It's not getting any better. You're miserable. You're hurting. You're snapping on other people. And everybody's like, man, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
You're lashing out in other areas and people don't know what's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times you don't know.
Yeah.
Because you've gotten caught up in that mix and you've started being that miserable person that you're with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let them go.
Taking on their traits and their qualities.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure you know your childhood or your close friends as well as your close family members. They can see that because they're like, Dad, what's going on with so and so? You know, they don't know. They know it's different, but they don't know why.
They
why
know
you
what? Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's like going back to the movie right quick. Tyler Perry. In the beginning, they were at the funeral.
I'm gonna watch that tonight too.
Yeah.
Hey, check that movie out. Yeah.
It's an eye opener, y'all. So speaking on this subject right here, I would tell everybody, go watch that movie tonight. After you see this podcast, go watch that movie if you haven't seen it yet. So the mom, they're in the funeral. The brothers of the dead person. Now, the preacher is Megan Good's dad.
Okay, now don't give him too much.
I don't give him too much.
Just give him a little,
I'm just giving him this snippet
a little bit on the top.
Beginning.
All right.
Long story short, to snap it out, they fall out. The mom's messed up over the sons. She's this miserable person we talking about. She's never healed. Every person she's messed with has just been a spring fling, whatever you want to call it.
Jump off.
Yeah. So she's never had it. She's been beat down, so she's beating everybody else down. It gets so bad in there, they bump heads. They're trying to help her. She can't take the help because she can't understand it. You're trying to talk junk. Her pride is on 100.
That ego is a motherfucker.
Long story short, they end up walking out of there with the dead brother and son's body.
Oh, shit.
Not the casket. She said, no, get the body. Because I don't want her son, who's the main character in the movie, I don't want your girlfriend's dad, who's the preacher, paying for nothing. I don't need no more handouts. That's what we're talking about. That's a person who has been scorned and beat down, so miserable, she don't even know how to recover from it.
That ego and pride.
And you've seen a lot of men like this, just like that.
Yeah.
So when you get a person like this, there are signs. God's doing this. Walk away.
Are you listening?
Are you listening?
Yes.
He sends you a lifesaver. You don't take it. He sends you a rowboat.
That's what I was thinking of too. You said it, yeah.
He sends you
the helicopter.
a nice ride. You don't take it. He sends you a yacht. You don't take it. He sends you a helicopter. He sends you a F-150. You still don't take the ride to get away from the mess.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well.
You know, at the end of the day, y'all, he gonna help you, but you got to do your part too.
Amen.
You know, you can't just, I hope I win the Powerball one day, but you don't even play. You hope you win the Powerball, but you don't play. I hope I hit this scratcher ticket. You don't know about no ticket. Make it make sense.
I sure wish I get this job. Like, you just gonna be sitting there smoking and drinking, watching Prime, watching Tyler Perry movie. Who is it? Job. We came to get you.
Job just from falling out the sky. Yeah, nah, it don't work like that. So I mean, you gotta, he's gonna do whatever, I say it all the time, trust. You don't know the vision, but trust in the plan. He's gonna do what he's gonna do for you, but you gotta do your part too. Right. So if you're not doing your part, then I mean, hey, whatever happens, I guess just play the hand the way you was dealt.
Yeah, man, and I know that it's hard. I know that you get lonely. I know that just like, Jesus, nobody for me. You got to get that person that's for you. Quit choosing because you're getting in the way of what he's trying to give you.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to myself too. Yeah. The Lord knows.
And from my personal experience, man, when I'm looking for something, I can never find it. So if I stop looking, right there falls in my lap. Right. Falls at my feet. I'm just like, oh, okay. I was just going on my regular day on my own business in my own world tunnel vision. And, now, okay, all right. But yeah, so,
it'll be like, that was just easy. She walked up and met me. Hey, you fine. Hey, you fine. Yeah. Here's my number. What you doing? I'm getting some ice cream. Can I buy it? I would love to buy it. You know when the last time is a woman took me out? Yes.
Cool points for that.
Right. So, I didn't say nothing about no T-bones or no. Ice cream, cool.
So, one thing I want to say is just, just men and women, be the best version of yourself you can be. So men, go work out, women, you go work out too. You know, like, yeah, we like, you know, the physical and everything, you know, keep everything tight. And, you know, men, hey, we got to do what we got to do as far as, you know, making sure we good too.
Right.
So, you know, just be, you know, men and women, you know, just make sure, just be the best version of yourself and prioritize your health over everything. Because if you don't have that, you ain't got shit.
Nothing.
You can have all the money in the bank. Well, if you dead and gone, you can't spend shit. What good it's going to do you then?
Nada.
So, you know, your family or whoever in your will, they going to enjoy it, you know, off the sweat of your back. But, you know, you in a whole nother fucking dimension, you know, so, hey, you know, afterthought. Yeah.
Well, shoot, man, that's a good point to end on, Double D.
Yeah.
That's a good point to end on, man. So, at this point, the show must come to a close. All good things must come to an end.
But we coming back, though, y'all.
Yeah, we coming back, because we got more topics on the next one.
Oh, yes.
I really wanted to touch on that Trump thing, but that's a whole nother subject.
You know, and I was going to ask you if you wanted to touch on that, because that shit was just last night.
Look, man, that's a hell of a subject. It's going to take more than just a quick 5-10 minutes on that, because I got a lot of choice words about the government that we in right now.
In the comments, I want to know, do y'all think that shit was real or fake? Like, because, I saw some pictures last night on YouTube. I see him bleeding. And I'm like, where's the hole, though? Like, I see a little hole in here. Is that a BB gun? What kind of caliber of pistol, whatever, you know?
People got shot and died.
You know, yeah, so, you know, and a lot of times, too, and I'm sure y'all know this, of course, when something's going on, you know, we watching the left hand and we don't see the right, or vice versa. So, with this going on, whether real or fake, what is it that we're not paying attention to with this happening?
There you go.
With them plastering this all over everywhere.
Because the government is always focused on taking your focus off what's really the real.
Exactly. So, you know, the thing is, like, men or women, whether you white or black, whatever your nationality is, at the end of the day, we all need to come together.
Yes,
and we need to just put our differences aside, because at the end of the day, when you ignore the differences and don't focus on that, you realize you have a lot more in common than you realize.
You can't fix it.
You know, and that's just across the board. Everybody.
Yeah, we're going to get into that, definitely. That's going to be the first thing we jump in on the next podcast.
Yeah, we are. Plus we're going to have more information anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now, we trying to find out who's the Oswald.
Right.
You know, who's the Patsy, or who
you know, so the magic bullet.
Yeah, so we still bouncing from here up and down. Yeah. So we still trying to get all the details. Plus, you know, that just happened last night. It hasn't even been 24 hours yet.
Right.
So, it's still more details to come with that story. But,
Indeed.
I'm curious to see what happens.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah, most
well, man, Double D.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Hey, always glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Once again, we'll be back. Tune in for the next episode of So Elaborate with your host with the most, Drizzle.
And your boy Double D.
There it is. And we out. Love, peace, hair grease,